sometimes you do a video and you know you're going to get a little bit of stick, a lot of stick. Not stick, it's not stick, you know. People will be coming back with a counter argument and reasons why. And I tell you what, whatever counter arguments people come back with on this subject are going to be valid and very, very reasonable. It's going to be hard for me to counter argue what many of you are going to be saying. Now, you'll have already seen the title of the video, which will be we're linked with Adama Traoré. I want him at West Ham. That's going to be no shocking news for anybody that regularly watches Hammers Chat. I've liked this guy for a long, long time. He was at Aston Villa. Then he went to, and I liked him then. If you go back and you want to go through the Hammers Chat archives, when he was at Middlesbrough, you can hear me telling Gio, we've got to get this guy. This guy is perfect for West Ham. Well, I'll tell you what, he was perfect for West Ham then. I believe he was even more perfect for West Ham now. Now, let me get this out there really quickly, because a lot of times when I do these videos, let's say I upload a 10-minute video. Sometimes I upload the video and there's a comment there after 2 minutes. Talking and I like arguing back on the video. And I think, well, it's a 10-minute video. You can't possibly watch the video. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm all for people leaving comments, but I often go and address the point they've made later on in the video. So let me get this out there early, all right? Because I know that someone's going to be typing it. He's got no assists and no goals. I know. All right? I know. I'm going to try and argue the case for. This is not... It's easier to do a video and say, I don't want Traore, I think he's crap, move on, let's get somebody else. You're going to get less argument back. But I don't care anyway. So, what I like about this player, and I've liked for some time, is his pace, his skill, and his brute strength. And I quite like those qualities. You'll notice, I quite like those qualities in a player. And whilst we've been scratching around for the last year or two while David Moyes has converted Mikel Antonio to striker, it's quite clear the type of striker that David Moyes wants. It's why Sebastian Haller didn't work out. And people were looking around thinking, where are we going to get a striker that can whatever, understudy for Antonio, play along, whatever. You get my idea. Where can we get someone like Antonio? Now, I hear what you're saying as well, by the way, if you are saying it. Adama Traoré's not a striker. No, he's not, but neither was Antonio, neither was Arnautovic, right? Moyes doesn't care about these things. I think more Moyes is looking for the qualities in a player. I think, as I've mentioned before, I think Moyes doesn't view things in the way some of us do. It's why when we were looking, he said he had a budget. Do you remember last winter window, he said he said he'd been given a budget by the club for a striker. He didn't want to spend it. He was going to save it for the summer. Didn't spend that either, did he? And he said he didn't need it. He wanted to bring Jesse Lingard in. He said it's fine. Don't worry. If we have a problem up front, I'll play with a false 9. I think there's other things we can do. Lingard can play there. I think David Moyes looks at things a little bit differently. Gone are the days of, remember Alec Ferguson when he had Andy Cole, Dwight York, Solskjaer and Teddy Sheringham. I mean, he almost needed 4 bona fide, registered, official strikers. I think Moyes just sees attacking players, basically. And he just sees his goals coming from there. And he sort of looks at how many goals his team are scoring, then decides that if the team can score goals, that's fine. He'll then buy some more centre-halves, as we've discussed before. And I do look at this, and I think with Traore, while we were scratching around thinking, is there a player around there like Antonio? Well, I think he's about the closest thing I can see to it. In fact, I think he's possibly even stronger than Antonio. He's certainly faster than Antonio. The only problem is, it seems sometimes he can hit a donkey's arse with a banjo. Okay, I get it. I understand that. But if we're all being totally honest, and while Antonio has made a great fist at sometimes of looking like a striker, earlier on in his career, he was so bad at shooting at goal, we made memes about the ball going over the bar and going out the stadium and going into orbit and knocking an astronaut off the Hubble Space Telescope or whatever the case may be. That's how bad he was. You know when you got a player that's got a good long shot. You know, old Hitzelsperger would get anywhere near the goal and everyone goes, shoot! Antonio was getting the opposite. Don't shoot! I mean, he was bad, right? But I would say he always had an eye for goal. But you can never call Antonio a prolific striker or somebody that was good technically at hitting the ball. Well, I wonder at this, and I look at David Moyes, and I think, well, actually, I think David Moyes would be quite confident in his ability of getting a tune out of Adama Traore. I reckon David Moyes would look at a player like that and think, actually, this player can play really well within the confines of my team. I think he'd be confident that when he's doing the striker training with Kevin Nolan that he could make him a calmer finisher and a better finisher. I also think that he would tick a lot of the boxes that Antonio does. Are you able to pull wide and cause a bit of havoc and pull the centre-backs out of position? Yes. Are you going to be able to bully the centre-backs? Yes. Are you going to be able to outpace anyone in the opposition's defence? Yes. I think you'd be able to do all that. Are you going to be able to make yourself a pain in the arse at corners and sort of stand on the goal? I was going to say stand in front of the goalkeeper. Well, let's call it as it is. Stand on the goalkeeper. I think, yes. I also think that his pace is so electrifying. I mean, he is just one of the quickest players out there. And his strength is such that if he gets... Even if someone is nearly as quick as him, and I can't see any defenders that are, once you get shoulder to shoulder to him, he's going to win anyway because he's just stronger than you. I mean, when teams are attacking us, my word, we're already a counter-attacking team, but the players we have on the counter across the board are not the fastest in the world. I don't play FIFA. In fact, I did the other night, actually, first time in ages. But you get scores out of 100, don't you? So I think a fast player on FIFA on the console games is like a 90 for speed. Now, I don't know what Jared Bowen is, right? But I'd imagine Jared Bowen on FIFA is about an 80 for speed. 80 out of 100. 77, 78, 79, 80. Something like that. I imagine Benrahma's probably about the same. These are not electrically fast players. For now, probably about 20. A joke. 48 or something. Anyway, not quick. Antonio, I don't know what he is. Antonio is fast and he's fast enough, but it's him when he gets level shoulder to shoulder. He generally wins the race because you can't lean on him and push him out the equation. I'm pretty sure Adama Traore would be at a 95 for pace and acceleration, and that's a hell of a. We're bearing in mind we're a counter-attacking team. It is a hell of a quality to have, and it's something that we're really passing up when we don't have it. I know there's lots of cases, probably more reasoning for not getting him. But there was a time under Nuno at Wolves, maybe not last season, maybe the season before last. And as I say, it's not somebody I just saw play well for one season. I liked him at Villa, I liked him at Middlesbrough, and I can prove it because it's all there, basically. He came through Barcelona's academy, actually. I actually think he's technically really good. He gets a lot of his plaudits for being fast and strong, but actually he's got a trick as well. He's pretty damn good at dribbling. He moves the ball with his feet very quickly, very quick feet, not just for the running, is what I'm talking about. But there was a time at Wolves under Nuno where I thought you actually just wouldn't get him. It was a time I thought actually 40 million wouldn't get him. Well, if he's not a favourite under the new manager, if he's not really featuring, and if he's available for 20 million, then why not? Why not? I know what you're all saying, and I know it's probably going to be, if there are 100 comments on this video, I'm sure 98 of them will be disagreeing with me, and that's fine. That's fine. Feel free to write it and make your case, and I understand it. But I look at it, and see, there's another. I've got to be honest with you. There's another player I quite like as well. I think I like outright pace. We know this. I don't know. There's something about. I think there's something about a little front line that contains Daniel James and Adama Traore, which I think would be quite scintillating and quite frightening. I know people are thinking, "Oh no, this is awful. What are you thinking of?" I just wonder if that would appeal to David Moyes. I think it caused massive problems for opposition defences. And yes, I'm sure he'd. Actually, I was going to say I'm sure he'd mishit the ball sometimes. You remember when Enner Valencia ran past? He was fast when he ran past the ball. He tried to take the ball with him and he ran past it. It was like an Acme. It was like an Acme Cartoon Network type moment, really. Anyway, I'm sure we'd see a bit of that, but I'm sure it'd be a pain in the arse. And I think given the right coaching, given the right deployment in the right team, and I do think West Ham are the right team. Oh God, I've sort of half regret doing this video already. There we go. That's what I think about it. Adama Traore for West Ham. Make it happen. David Moyes. Come on then, tin hat on. Let's see what you got to say.